G'day guys and welcome back to Samoan Journey, episode number 6 on Football Manager 2016. It's our birdie. G'day, how you guys going? And today we're playing, well, the first stage of the OFC Nations Cup. Now, I will get into the first stage in a moment, but the last time you saw this series was the World Cup qualifier against New Zealand. We have played a few friendlies since then, but nothing too rational, so we'll just get into it right away, and you probably saw a score there. But yeah, the last episode was a 2-1 loss to New Zealand. We finished up losing to New Caledonia 3-0. This was in the World Cup qualifying stage in 2017. As you can see, we're now in 2019. And then a couple friendlies, which was absolutely abysmal. 2-1 loss to Tonga away. Yeah. I mean, what can I say, guys? It's just Samoa's garbage. It's crap. So, yeah, I'm just trying to bring in many different players, trying to bring in the younger players. There are a few gems that I have actually unlocked with the young players. We'll go over them in a moment. The next game was against Montserrat. Look at this, 5 goals from the one guy. Lyle Taylor. This guy actually plays at Wimbledon. So he plays in England, and he's doing, he is doing quite decent for himself for the national team, but he's actually a quality player. Like, look at this. This is all, like, sure, it's in the lower leagues, but he, after looking at all this, I could see why that he scored 5 goals against me. Yeah, so he scored all 5 of the goals. Was really, yeah, quite surprised with the way his performance was until I saw that. So those were the 2 friendlies after 2017. We actually did one in 2018, guys. And look at this. We got a win against the Bahamas. As you can see, Timmy got all 3 goals. I was really happy that Timmy got going in this game. I actually tried a different tactic as well. Kind of trying to change it up, trying to get the best as I can. You guys maybe think that this could maybe be the exact same as maybe a striker and Timmy playing in the central role, but yeah, I got him switching over. He's playing in a shadow striker role in this position, so he's got the abilities to move up, as well as I got him on role roam from position. So actually, that's why he got 9-5 in that rating, because Timmy was way on the ball more. Obviously, we're playing lesser opposition in the Bahamas, but I was really happy that we got the win in this game. Our ranking actually went up quite a bit after that, so I was really happy. And then we have one friendly against East Timor away. Very disappointing performance. Yeah, it's just wasn't good enough. It was quite close. We had some opportunities. This Daniel Mallow, young player, I've actually brought him in. I actually play him as a defensive forward, and he can play in the target man role. I have tried it, but actually, is it this guy, or actually might be another guy? I think it's Apatia Marlow, I believe that was the defensive forward. But it wasn't Jamie Marlow, was it? Nah. Okay, maybe I didn't call him up for this game, but there's another player that I called up. But I play him as defensive forward, and he's actually doing really well so far in the games that I've played. And one other younger player that I've brought in, Freddie Pio, since Leonor Taylor actually retired. You guys probably remember him. He was our #1 central midfield, can really dictate the play of how we want to play. But this guy seems to be the guy stepping in, and he can play in the 2 roles that we want to play. The passing is good for this level. The vision is okay. First touch is okay again. But again, he's only 20 years old, so I'm hoping that this campaign he can really step up. And I'm completely ignoring all these national summaries, to be honest. Just because it's Samoa. I mean, how can someone judge if a player isn't good enough for a Samoa squad? So he's been brought in and he's done well. He's only 2 caps. But yeah, this was a pretty disappointing performance. The next one, we get into the first stage. I'll say it here, guys. I've actually played 1 game, mainly because I wanted to play the 1 game because I didn't want to show 3 games in 1 episode. Because the last episode that we showed 2 games in, it was over an hour. So I don't really want longer episodes. So I decided to play the 1 game. First up first, this is the first stage in the Nations Cup. So for the second stage, you got your normals in Oceania. You got your Fiji, New Caledonia, Tahiti, New Zealand, Vanuatu, Papua New Guinea, and the Solomon Islands all qualified. I have no idea how these 4 distinguished nations are played in a separate first stage before you join the bigger guys in Oceania. I'm not sure, because you look at the rankings, and we were actually ranked pretty high for Oceania at one stage. We were actually doing pretty well for our international stature. We'll go here. So yeah, but as you can see now, we are out of it. Okay. But we were actually, after that Botswana win, we were actually, I believe we were between Vanuatu and Tahiti in that stage there. So, now we're back in the shambles at 188. So, yeah. So, we're slowly going up the ladder in the world rankings, but to be honest with you, world rankings mean absolutely nothing to me, except it's just something like this, where you distinguish who goes where. But there are some sort of other transfer news for our clubs. First, I just want to note this out. Ryan Thomas, he plays at Zwolle in real life in the Netherlands, but he actually got signed by Ajax. Now look at his rating. 6.75 mil for a Kiwi player. I mean, that's really good, and he's a really good player, Ryan Thomas. If there's one Kiwi I'll praise, being Australian, rivalry with the Kiwis a bit, although not too much in football, but he's a good player, Ryan Thomas, and 4.8 mil, and he's doing relatively well in Ajax, and that's a really good club. So good on for him. Another one, Michael McGlinchey, Kiwi, gets signed by New York City FC. I don't believe he's on a designated player contract, but coming over from Wellington, that's pretty interesting. McGlinchey, mainly in part, you just don't really see too many players go from the A-League over to MLS, because they all kind of prefer to. He's got a senior contract. They all kind of prefer that. And last but not least, Tim Cahill leaves Western Sydney Wanderers to go to Vancouver in the MLS. And just to note here, guys, it's quite ironic because Western Sydney, being Australia, actually I was born in southern Sydney, so Western Sydney is the team I go for in the Hyundai I-League. And then also, because I live in Canada, I live in British Columbia, northern BC though, but Vancouver being in BC, so I root for the Whitecaps in MLS, and lo and behold, Timmy signs with the Whitecaps. So it's quite ironic that he goes, favorite player goes to my favorite team in Australia, and then goes to my favorite team in MLS. Weird, isn't it? Weird. So he's only played the 1 game. It looks like they just picked him up. So yeah. So that's quite interesting to for Timmy to go there. But so we'll get to that now. So this is the first stage: Samoa, American Samoa, Cook Islands, and Tonga. And we'll show here. So the first game was a 1-1 draw between Cook Islands and American Samoa. I will say one thing: American Samoa has caught a quite decent player, Connor Newton, and this guy, look at that, Newcastle player. So he's been in he didn't play for them when they were in the Premier League, But again, English quality player. And he must have had, obviously, dual citizenship. He's only had 5 caps. So when we play American Samoa, he's going to be the main guy we're going to have to look out for. And this is what I'm really kind of hoping that, obviously there's still hope, I guess. But some good region or else a dual citizen guy that I could pick up that can really dictate the midfield. And this guy, if there's just one position that I want, it's got to be a central mid. And I could see, Connor Newton. Obviously, it's not good stats, but for American Samoa and Oceania, this is really good stats. And, passing, vision, first touches, it's okay, but in Oceania, he's going to absolutely dominate. And, he's going to do really well against us. That's for sure. He's won by a few teams there. So, yeah, American Samoa, that's going to be a tough game. But yeah, they drew 2-2. Next game, remember we lost 2-1 to Tonga in Tonga. Well, we responded with a 2-0 win against Tonga. Very, very happy with this win because 2 goals from Jay Ingham. We actually played a possession-based game in this one. So I think I'm going to try it out in the next couple of games here. And I'll say also a lot of our guys, it's a shambles that the league in Samoa. It's just not on the right time, and so all our guys are, way out of match fitness. So, but yeah, I was really happy with this result. 2-0 against Tonga, because quite frankly, in this first round, you basically ought to run the table, because the top team qualifies the next stage in the Asian Cup. So, we got a massive game here against the Cook Islands. Hopefully, this is what I'm hoping for, we can pick up a win here. And then Tonga and American Samoa can draw. And then boom, we go through. That's what I'm hoping for. So yeah, so we got the Cook Islands. Remember we faced them. The first match I ever played with Samoa was a Cook Island friendly. And yeah, we lost. So we'll see what we got here. Yeah, I think we'll go into this game now. Samoa and Cook Islands, they're playing their 4-3-3. So yeah, this is the formation I was playing with, and it worked out really well. And we play in a possession based, so hold possession, and it worked out well against Tonga. So we'll see if we can do the exact same thing here against Cook Islands. So there's going to be a few changes. Bringing Tony Sali here. But yeah, there's been a few players I have actually bred in that have done a really good job. Jone Pupe, he's probably going to be our star centre back. I mean, look at the potential, look at the ability already. And the first centre back that I have that is in doubles in heading and marking. So I'm really happy with that. Obviously, his acceleration, his jumping rate, his bravery can get better, but he's only 20, so I'm hoping that he can get a bit better. And the other guy, defensive forward, was this guy, Apatia Marlow. He's done pretty. He's got 1 cap, but he's done pretty well in that 1 game. He did all right. He led the line really well. So I think he's going to stick around for a while. But yeah, so this is going to be the squad I think we're going to go in with. Obviously, Jay Ingham and Timmy are the star guys. Now look at that. Timmy's on a yellow card, so if he gets a yellow in this game, we're going to be without Tim for the, hopefully it won't be an important game, but you got to hope for results. So we're going into this as a favorite, and the thing is, I'm also quite fancy with this is because this tournament is being held in Samoa. So hopefully it all rings about and we do a good job here. But not prepared to distinguish that. So they're playing a 4-3-3. So you obviously know that these guys are going to be the main guys up front. No, Tana Pre, 17-year-old. And Ina Henry, he was the guy that played really well in the last game. He got the goal, so might have to pressure him a bit. And obviously Don Robertson, he looks like he's in an attacking form, so we'll go weaker foot. So go pick up from where you guys left off. And here we go. So we're in the blues, they're in the greens. Here's Jonah Holt, Pio. Here's Kyle. That would have been fantastic if we'd started with a goal right away. But you know, obviously, this is an important game. Well, all these games in this early stages are important. You know, because we want to get to the next round. Because quite frankly, I think after this World Cup campaign, you know, Timmy, he's 34 years old. So, you know, you would think after this campaign, Timmy's probably going to be done. You know, he's probably going to want to retire and say, bugger it, I'm leaving. Which I don't blame him, you know, with Samoa. But here comes Jay Ingham. There's the cross. And there's the goal. Come on! Daniel Marlowe. And it's 1-0 Samoa. That's a huge goal. The big man. You know, Marlowe's actually been playing good as well. He's a target man. But Jay Ingham on this near flank. That's a good header. Two guys around them. And we got the 1-0 lead. So this tactic seems to be working quite well so far in Oceania. You know, it's just my traditional favorite, 4-4-1-1. But it's more of a possession base, whereas before was kind of more direct, run into space sort of game. And you know, we gave away possession. You see this? Look at the possession, 64%. Here's Marlowe. Let's get a second one, boys. Here's Omatua. Here's Ingham. Here's Cahill. There it is! Timmy Cahill! And it's 2-0! 12 minutes in. This is a great start. Jay Ingham again setting it up. Timmy, though, he didn't have his head in this one. And that's too easy. Come on, guys. That's it. That's the way we want to start in this. 2 goals in the first 12 minutes. Obviously, you don't want to get too complacent, so I'll just go concentrate. See, like stuff like that, but that's a good stop by Noel. But yeah, that's a really good start to this game. 2-0. Couldn't ask for anything better, really. You know, considering goals have been hard to come by with this, you know, with Samoa, it has really been difficult. But let's not. No, good play there. He must have gotten slid in with the block. And Timmy just hoofs it up. And that's really good too, you know, Timmy getting on the score sheet. You know, just because, you know, I have to admit, you know, he has been a bit disappointment. You know, in this save. You know, I expected a lot more. I expected obviously a lot more, you know, achievement wise for myself. You know, I thought we at least maybe get to you know, like a playoff in the World Cup, or you know, a relatively decent run of you know, games that got us quite high up in the rankings. You know, because obviously on you know, for myself personally, rankings, I don't really care about rankings at all, but well, what is a good stop there? Jay Ingham with a chance. But, you know, I don't really care about rankings at all in real life. But on FM, it obviously means something because, you know, this is how these teams get in these positions and qualify and get, you know, direct passages and whatnot. So, you know, I was kind of hoping, you know, we could climb up the rankings a bit more. But here's a chance, and Noel with the stop. You wouldn't want to concede. You know, Marlowe's playing really well as a target man up top. He's winning. He seems to be winning a lot of them. Bear in mind, guys, we are playing the Cook Islands, So, but he is Jay Ingham. He's actually a free agent as well. Well, and that was a good chance and hooked it over the ball. So yeah, that's one concern too, because I found specifically with these, actually when I was with Kyrgyzstan in my other personal save, and that's the thing too in FM. I really don't like is, say if a young player, he's been out of contract for, say a good like 6, 7 months, and then boom, he's retired. Now, oh, it's offside. That was lucky. And that's the one thing that is frustrating, and it is a bit worrisome as well because Jay Ingham is one of our key players, and he's a free agent. I mean, he's got no team. The good thing was there was a few teams interested in. Well, okay, there were a few teams interested in him. There's some of the Australian sides. He got a good run of games with Melbourne. But again, I just really hope he gets a club because we can't afford to miss Jay Ingham if we want to really get a chance to get to a World Cup with this team. I mean, Jay Ingham's, that's the sort of thing. Timmy, he's one of those type of players that if Timmy's not the most technically gifted player, and that's where I understand now why he hasn't really been able to do much. He's a player that kind of relies a bit with the ball, or kind of relies on players that are with him. So, for example, if you got good wingers, you're gonna and you put in a ball that he can win, he's gonna win it obviously. And that's what you see with Australia mostly because all our wingers just know where to put the ball with them. But that's the thing with Samoa here is our wingers aside from Jay Ingham, there's just nothing much going on there. And um, Timmy in the center, he can like I said, he can win pretty much any ball that's going to get there, and he could also really lead a line and force just the physicality of leadership of what he can bring. But he's not a type of player that, okay, say if you put technically gifted player, like say if you put like, I'm not going to say Messi or Ronaldo because I don't like them, and quite frankly, obviously they dominate in something like this. But like say if you put like a David Silva on, in this part, if he got the ball, he could probably go through every single one of these players by himself. Whereas Timmy, he could probably get behind most of them, but by himself, he's not the most gifted player, put it that way. So, he's a guy that relies on teammates a lot. Whereas, a player like David Silva, obviously you need teammates as well, but he could probably just single-handedly go through this whole defense. Not saying David Silva is better than Timmy Cahill, which some people will say he probably is, but because Timmy's my favorite player. Yeah, so I'm just putting it out that way. But yeah, we're up 2-0. And I think we'll put on Cameron Sarley. We'll make one sub. Obviously this is very important, the first 15-20 minutes of this half, because if we can hold on here, this is when Cook Islands are really going to start to come out. And this is where they're going to want to go. The first 15-20 minutes. Looks like Manuel getting himself a card. I'm not really going to change much because, we have done a pretty good job really just controlling this game. It's been good stuff. There's a long shot and a good stop by Noel. That would have been a really good. He took it from out here. But Jay Ingham clears, and come on, here's a chance. Cameron Sarley can get to it. That's a bad ball. So, I don't really want to go a bit more disciplined. No, and they scored. So, yeah, the first 15, 20 minutes, and they did score in it. So, now the pressure's on now. Off a corner. And these are the sort of positions where, Timmy obviously not there to get it because, he would absolutely win everything in them, right? So, go to show some passion. We'll also take out and play out of defense. We're going to lose a lot of possession from doing that, but now, see on TL2. I think what I want to do, because Timmy's on a card, so we're going to actually keep Timmy on. Mali. Japanese tour. Oh, no, we'll put on Apati and Malu, playing him as defensive forward. And I think we'll do that. Because he actually, that's actually one of the roles I actually like, defensive forwards. Obviously, me like playing a bit of more defensive football. A lot of people like, the run and gun stuff, but for me it's more of the defense. Obviously that's going to win you stuff. Here's Apati and Malu. Here's Sali. There was a cross, and Timmy was there, but you see that's just the service, right? Just too far out for him. Here's Ingham. He's had another fantastic game. There's a good ball. Here's Apati Malu, and that looked like it was blocked. Cameron Sali putting it in, and I'm not sure what he did there, but it's another corner. Cameron Sali, we're obviously missing John A. Wolf now. Taking him off. And that went through the guts. Here's Sali. Got two Salis now out. Here's Freddie Pio. And that was a dreadful shot. Oh. Here's Jay Ingham. Okay, we're pressing a bit more to get a third goal. But here's a Pio! Oh, and he put it over top. That would have been a good stuff if we could have scored there. But we got 10 minutes remaining. Timmy's on a card, so I think we'll take Takale off. And put on Andy Young, defensive type. I'll play him as an anchor man. So we are going a bit more defensive with this tactic. We'll put Young here. Man, well, Sally, we'll put him in forward midfielder. Peel. Playmaker. You don't want to go defensive too early, that's the thing. But 10 minutes, I reckon we should, hopefully, steer this away, but we'll shoot more often, yeah. So yeah, this is some nervy stuff here now. Also play narrower sometimes. Oh, we had a chance there and we put it off the target. That was a risky throw, but here comes Sali. That's a good ball. Come on, Jay Ingham. Finish it, mate. Here's Ingham. Ingham's through. And he looks like he got tackled off the ball. We got a corner out of it. So since they've scored, we've actually responded quite well here. Here's Young, and a great save by the keeper. That was a really good play. Young obviously coming on for Kale, so he has that opportunity now to take his spots where I've assetted it on the set pieces. Okay, and then go retain possession. Also go obstruction and defensive this time. Come on, boys, steer this one away. So we're over the 2 minutes, and there it is. Come on! So 2 wins from 2 now. That's a big result. And we won that game basically in the first 15 minutes of the game. So, that's massive. So Daniel Malu and Kale, and then they score a late one, but that's a massive result. And now we just got to hope American Samoa and Tonga can draw. Or else, no, actually, I wonder if this could happen too. Say if Tonga wins against American Samoa, does that mean that I go through automatically? Because of the, differential head-to-head sort of thing. But that's a big result. And I think it's probably the first time in a while, guys, that we have... Chris Marlowe's injured. Bugger. I think that's probably the first time in a while that we've won 2 consecutive games in a row. Yeah. So, I believe the next game is this 5th. And then I'll pause the recording, because how long is this already? This is probably at least 30 minutes. Bugger it. So it looks like it's going to be another hour episode, which I don't really want to do. Unless you guys like them. But I just, I just kind of give someone a hassle, right? They look at a video and say, oh, right, this thing's an hour long. So that's just the way I look at it. So we'll just see who wins this game, and then I'll pause and I'll be ready for the American Samoa game. But I'm really hoping a draw can come out of this. So come on, draw. And it is a draw! Come on! So we are going through already to the next stage of Nations Cup, and a chance to still make the World Cup after Tonga and American Samoa draw. There it is, guys. There it is. So now the thing is, should I play this game? Do you guys still want me to play this game? Yeah, sure, why not? We got the thing going. So I'll be back in a minute. We'll just schedule up to this next game against American Samoa, and I'll be back in a sec, guys. And we are back, guys. So I continued on to the next game against American Samoa, but look at this. I'm also following Australia with a subscription, and they're in their World Cup qualifying campaign as well. And look at that, 3-0 loss away to Qatar. That's brutal. Akram Aif. No idea. Looks like he plays at outside. Khalfan Ibrahim. He's actually a quality player. I'll give him that. He's a good player. But yeah, 3-0 rout against Qatar. That's not good for Australia. Yeah. So I believe they're still way ahead in the groups, but actually, yeah. I see 9 points. They played one more than Qatar. So yeah, that's a tough loss to take for Australia there. Because I'll go over the World Cup and also Asia Cup and all that after a game here against American Samoa. So we got American Samoa. And yeah, the last game actually was between Cook Islands and Tonga. And you can see there, Tonga. What was the score? A 1-0 Cook Island win against Tonga, which kind of meaningful this game. And this game's kind of meaningless as well, but whatever. We'll play it. Give some guys an opportunities. One concern, I guess, Daniel Marlowe actually went out injured, so I actually had to draft in a new player, and I brought in Tony Lapalapa. Lapalapa, yeah. So I don't know if I should give him opportunity. Another target man, so he's got the heading ability. The jumping ability is really good. Bravery's down, though, so that's the main thing. Dane Ingham, he's still at Brisbane. I haven't really started him at all in this one because his fitness is really low. So I think we'll start. No, we'll start Apache and Balu. Start him up top. And Kale's in this one. We'll play Joan Pupe as well because Marlu's injured. Chris Marlu's actually a really good player, 21. Leanne Telefoy. I think this guy's also he's a solid player too. Telefil, mainly because just his physical attributes. Look at that, 14 agility, stamina's down low. So I mean that's quality for this level anyway. I think we'll stay at that. Neil Lapalapa. We got 2 Lapalapas in the squad. Yeah, we'll stay at that. So coming to the final game against American Samoa. American Samoa, a bit of a rivalry here. And like I said before, Connor Newton is the main guy, and he's playing out on the wings. So that's kind of surprising he's playing there. But yeah, we're gonna have to close him down because he's gonna cause a lot of havoc, I'm sure, in this game. Demetrius Altalusi. And you can see here they kind of got the exact same names as some of my players. Similar sorta. So, we're already down. We already gone through the next round, so I'm really happy about that. Because I was worried a bit, because just with this club, we've never put on a run of 2-3 wins in a row, and that's really what I had to do to get into the next round, and that's what I did. So I was quite pleased with it. But anyhow, we're playing American Samoa here. We're the Blues, I believe. They're in the Whites. And playing the possession type. And yeah, you see we're keeping the possession. But here's a chance. Here's a Patia Malu. Patia Malu, defensive winger, puts one in. He tried looking for Ingham. Here comes Luani. Oh, that's a good ball. Oh, and he put it wide. So our players got caught there, and that was a good ball by him. But you can see from the possession-wise, we're doing well. 70% possession. I'm going to go to concentrate. Jay Ingham's got himself a card. Come on, boys, let's score up the corner. No. Here's Pio. Matua. Sali. Ingham's on a card too, so. Here's Sali. Ingham's nice ball. Here's Jay Ingham. There's a strike over top of the net. So obviously, yeah, Jay Ingham, obviously the main guy. Got a mix now. I just remember American Samoa mainly, guys, because Australia. Yeah, we beat them 31-0. And that's, I think, it was a record previously by Archie Thompson. He had the record for most goals in an international game. I think he had 60 in that game. That was when we were in Oceania, obviously, and thank God we're out of it. Here's Kyle, and there's the goal. Timmy Kyle starting to light it up. His 10th goal. We're the national team, and we're up 1-0. And again, Jay Ingham danced himself in there. Proven himself to be a really quality player at this level, obviously. So he should be. But, yeah, look at this. 3 guys around him. And that's a good ball. Timmy could have been offside, but that's a good finish from Kale. And it's good to see Timmy getting on the score sheet because, like I said, if we want to get anywhere, really, if we want a chance to even get sniff of a World Cup, Timmy's going to have to play, be on his game, really. Jay Ingham as well. And, so far, I'd say obviously Ingham's probably been the best player in this tournament. These 3 games so far, he's been on pretty much every goal, probably. But it's good, yeah, good to see, Kyle get in there and getting the goals. But this tactic seems to be doing well. 4-4-1-1. I don't really play much on retained possession, because that's mainly for an attacking, but that's a goal for them. Oh, it's an old goal from Poupe. Bugger it. So how'd that get in? Oh, yeah. Yeah, stuck out his leg and it went in. So they score late in the half, so those are always the killer goals. So, see where the favorites tag. But yeah, I really don't play too much on retained possession, especially on counter. It's you want to try and blast them on the counter attack rather than playing with it, right? So, but I'm seeing, especially against these teams anyway in Oceania, it seems to be doing the job right now anyway. 62% possession. And their only goal was an own goal by us. So, it would be nice to close this out with a win, though. Oh, and Kyle's injured. Crap. So, Timmy's going to be injured. So, we'll bring on Tio2. He's not much of a attacking type player, but another thing was John A. Hull. Put him in there. Gee, I don't know why I didn't have his on earlier. That's why. That's why we conceded in the last game on a header. Because I always have Kyle in there, just mark the ball. So every time the ball comes in, just go out and get it. But that's a bit of a concern. Because we got to hope he's not out for a long time. We'll go. So not too much going on in this. Which, I mean, it's a meaningless game. We'll put on Dane Ingham. Play him as a poacher attack. And we'll also play, Jay Ingham's on a card. So we'll put Avanish Tua. This guy's actually, another younger player, but he's got the free kicks and corner ability. So we'll put him on. Jay Ingham's played fantastic in this tournament. Just go concentrate. She might be able to sneak a goal in. But it doesn't look like too much of an opportunity is going to be given here, which I don't mind again. So we're in extra time. Looks like we're going to get one last highlight. Here's TO2. That's a good ball. Here's Dane Ingham. Can he come on to win the match? He has! Come on! Dane Ingham and the Melbourne Roar young player, or Brisbane Roar, pardon me, young Samoan Australian. Good ball from Teotu, and that's what Teotu kind of brings that Kale doesn't. Is Teotu's a type of player that, you know, he's more of a dictator, whereas Kale's the attacking, so he's going to kind of join the rush, join the play a bit. But yeah, that's fantastic, mainly because, well, they got a chance here. Here's Luani. Pupa was there, but this time he cleared it out. But that's huge. Dane Ingham comes on, and you know we obviously got a bit more here go. But here's Teodu. Can we get another one? But it's put wide. But Dane Ingham looks like he's going to come off the bench to win the game, so that's fantastic as well. And there it is. Good job, guys. 3 wins in a row now with the Samoan national team. I never would have thought I'd be able to do that, considering how we've done. But Dane Ingham comes off the bench and wins the game, so that's really happy. And we run the table. I mean, that's something that's huge. And we only conceded 2 goals as well. 1 was from an own goal. So I can't complain about this at all, guys. You know, we run the table. Hopefully with these 3 wins, our ranking's going to go up a bit. So that's good as well. And our top players come in with our top players. You know, Kyle, Ingham. You know, I would say Pupa are our top players. And, of course, the goalkeeper. So, oh, yeah, Timmy's suffered a torn hamstring. Fuck. So he's probably going to be out for a while. How long is he out for? 3 months. Oh, my God. That's a massive blow. So Samoa on course, and it looks like the second round groups have been drawn for the Nations Cup. So let's see who we get, guys. And I can't complain about this group at all. Oceania Cup, Nations Cup, and we are, oh, this is fantastic. We are in the better group by far. You got New Caledonia, New Zealand, Solomon Islands, Tahiti. You know, maybe aside from Fiji, that's 4 of the top 5 teams in Oceania in that one group. And we got Fiji, Papua New Guinea, and Vanuatu. Oh, yeah, this is great. You know, remember the last Oceania Cup? You know, we had Tahiti, New Caledonia, and I think it was Papua New Guinea. I was hoping we could get a win just against Papua New Guinea. But we can honestly, I feel we can get results against all 3 of these nations. And remember, guys, the top 3 go to a World Cup. You know, the last stage of World Cup qualifying. So this is massive. So we got 3 very important games here that start in 2020. So Timmy's going to be good to go for these. So that's good. So we'll see what our next round is. Who do we start against? Group A. So we open up against Fiji, and it's hosted in Tahiti. So, and then we've got Papua New Guinea, and then Vanuatu. So all these are going to be played in June, 1 in May. So I think we'll schedule a friendly here before that. Schedule 1 in March, because I'm hoping our group, or we play Kazakhstan. Yeah, okay, I want to come this way. I'm hoping that our ranking is going to go up quite a lot after this performance with these 3 wins. Dominica, sure. Let's face Dominica, March 27th and 2010. And we'll also do one last one here, November 19th, away. It looks like it's all filled up pretty much, eh? Guyana, Libya, Kenya. So it looks like a lot of the African sides haven't had any here. So go to Botswana. Sri Lanka, Tonga, Djibouti, Grants. I saw a pretty decent one that Nicaragua. Could go Nicaragua, but oh no, let's go to St. Lucia. We'll go to St. Lucia. I feel that's a decent friendly. So yeah, but that's fantastic. So we lighted up in the first stage of the Nations Cup. Very pleased with these performances. And yeah, it gives us a bit of a building block now to the next round. And next round is really favourable as well. So I'm liking this. So yeah, guys, I think what we'll do for the next episode is we'll just come back for the Nations Cup. We'll come back for that again. Or no, we'll play the Nations Cup. I'll play these two friendlies. And I'll do it similar to this episode, guys. I'll play the first game against Fiji, and then we'll show a broadcast Papua New Guinea and Vanuatu. Because I just don't want long episodes. And this one is almost an hour. So yeah. So that's it, guys. We did what we needed to do in the first stage. Oh yeah, I'll show everything in the World Cup now. International competitions, the World Cup. And yeah, look at this, guys. It was pretty amazing. So here's how the groups went in the World Cup. New Zealand didn't get there. They actually lost barely to Chile, actually, in the playoff. But yeah, here are the groups in Russia. That's a tight group. Congo, Portugal. So just bear in mind, you guys probably saw Congo at the beginning of it. Germany, Spain. Australia was in a very tough group. So yeah, it was pretty frustrating to see that. Yeah, there was some pretty decent groups. Probably out of all of them, I'd probably say Group H, Group G. All of them are pretty tight groups. Group E is another one. Even that's a tough one. I mean, all these groups are tough. Probably obviously the easiest group is this one by far. But yeah, so that's how the teams that got out. And then we go to the winner. It was Spain. And look at that, a 1-0 victory over Congo. African nation goes all the way to the finals. They lost 4 minutes. But still, like, that is massive, especially like a side like Congo, right? And yeah, it was Uruguay. So that was the World Cup. Actually, yeah, this is the World Cup playoffs. And yeah, look at that. Chile go through in extra time because New Zealand, I think it was 2-1 result for New Zealand at home. And then Chile won 2-1 at, what was it? It was 2-2 actually. So yeah, how did that work? Yeah, New Zealand was 2-1 Chile, okay, in New Zealand. And New Zealand, they won in normal time, 2-1 away, and then Chile got a goal in the extra time, yeah. So that's what happened. And then we'll just show the Asian Cup as well, because there was some pretty tough rankings in this. So yeah, this is how the groups go. Pretty substantial. Australia did absolutely fantastic in the group stage. South Korea pretty struggling in that one. And Philippines doing well. And that's this one thing as well. Philippines. A couple of my mates are from Philippines, and this is one team I might consider managing in just in the next next personal saves, whether it be in this FM or later on. Just they'd be a team I consider managing in Asia. But that's how the groups went. Second round, remember, Australia's at 9 points. Australia had North Korea and they lost. So yeah, they got knocked out in the second round, and unfortunately, Ange got the sack after this tournament. Yeah, so that's how it went. And then Japan also got knocked out, though it's against Iran. And yeah, the winner was Iran against Saudi Arabia. So that's how it went. So that's how it is, guys. We did a fantastic bit of playing in this episode. I was actually really happy it's going out well. And we did what we hoped, because quite frankly, guys, if we didn't get through in that first stage, this series probably could have been gone, because I honestly don't see Timmy sticking around much longer if he didn't, because, to get to 2022, he'd be probably 40, 41 years old, and he's not going to be hanging around then. So, um, I guess what I'm saying now, guys, is from here on out, this is going to be an episode by episode basis. Whereas before World Cup campaign, you knew we were going to get to a second World Cup, so there'd be at least, these sort of, episodes, like 5 to 6 episodes. But now, now that we've built ourselves some more episodes, with the OFC Nations Cup and some World Cup qualifiers, this is going to probably go on a bit of an episode by episode basis, because, we're getting near the end, mainly because of Timmy's age. He's 34 years old. And he's got a massive injury now too, which that's not good. Torn hamstring. His physicals are going to drop down low in that. And Jay Ingham, he's a guy that also needs to get a new club, because I don't want him retiring. Definitely don't want him retiring. So, yeah, and we're also continuing to bring in regions and trying to get our team better. It's basically how it goes. So, that concludes this episode, guys. So we made a lot of strides in this one, and we'll see you guys for the next episode against, I believe it was Papua New Guinea in the first game of the televised Nations Cup. I'll play the first one against Fiji on my own. So, hope you guys are enjoying it. And yeah, we'll see you guys for the next episode. Cheers.